Hey, so finally we got to the point where we're going to look at data. Yes, I know you guys were very excited about that. So now we're going to understand data and see how to look at it in different ways, okay? So let's say we got ourselves this data set. We have minutes into a shift here. We're calculating process time, and we also have a data about part type, right? So you have three types of parts. So imagine that it's like three different types of sandwiches that we're making, three hamburgers, three BMW cars, whatever, three different products that you're looking at, right? So uh, what can we do, right? What, let's say that we get this data, what kind of analysis we can do, right? So usually the first thing that you want to do is a histogram, right? Because the histogram will tell you how the distribution is going to look like, right? So it's going to start telling you more about that data, and then you can think about things like spread, center, and shape, and we're gonna study and understand what that means, right? So a histogram basically what it's doing is having a frequency here on the left, so how many times that value is there in your data set from 0 to 14 times, and it puts everything that's lower than 51 is putting here, between 51 and 52 is putting here, and so forth, so on. So it tells you, it start telling you the story of the data, right? What kind of data that is. Is that normally distributed, uniform, triangular, exponential? Well, you put the data there, and it's hard to see, right? It's kind of weird. It's like a little bit here, a little bit there, and this kind of data seems a little fuzzy, right? So how to do a histogram? Here you have the slides about how to do that. So I will teach you to do in Excel, and then you can do it in Minitab as well, right? So heads up, we're going to use Minitab. So put a Minitab, install it, make it work, okay? Every time that I'm going to go over how to do stuff, you have to pause the video or between the videos and then do it in your Excel file. It is important because if you don't do that, you won't know how to actually do it in class when we're going to do it in class, okay? So pause after I do a histogram, pause the video, do a histogram. You get the same numbers, you're good, you learn. Didn't get the same numbers, do it again until you get it. You can be a little bit frustrating if you don't got it. If you can send me an email and we can figure that out together, okay? So in Excel, you go to your data tab. So I made available for you guys the four measure worksheet, four dot measure data measure worksheet or something like that. I'm going to put this week as well. This is the same one that had the cause and effect matrix tab there. It has the data that we're going to go over on the measure phase. Okay, so have like 5 or 6 different tabs as well. So the first tab or the second tab that you have, the first one is the cause and effect matrix. The first one with data is this data set that we're gonna take a look at. So here it is. You have the describe data with graphs data set, measure output worksheet. That's the file. Here you have the data. Okay, and then I'm going to explain how to do stuff with that data. So the first thing is go to the data analysis tab. So if you don't have data analysis, you have to go to your tools and add-ins and make the add-in work for data analysis tool pack. If you don't, I'm gonna put a presentation that tells you how to do that, but if you don't, just stop, go to the other presentation, or if you have it there, you can go just to data and go to data analysis, okay? So it is a tool pack that is with every Excel file. You just have to put it to work. So click data analysis, then select histogram. We're here. Then you're going to go to input range. So select the input range here. For us, it's going to be processing time. Select the data. select bin range. So for Excel, you have to tell what are the bins. There's another way to do that automatically, but I like this one because we can kind of preset the bins for the size that we want. So we go to 51 to 61. There's another way, Club a little more automatic, that he kind of create his own bins. Then you can put click labels here. If you selected the data with the labels, you have to click here on labels. If you don't select. So you select only the data. You don't need to click. If you select the data with the label, you click labels, put whatever you want. Click here on the chart output, right? Because that's what we want to see. And you're going to have this, right? You're going to have the histogram exactly as I have here. Okay? So now I'm going to stop the video now, and between this video and the next video, you guys have to do it, and you have to have something like this one.